It's just the gist of it. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying here is those are some of the friendly trap. The suggestions that are coming from a background that may look so beautiful and has got influences and has got power because it has got that solid background of financial, backing or influence of whatever kind, and that sort of backing is sort of telling you and I that, hey, this is what needs to be done. This is what is happening to the world. Maybe he might be very educated, that his views, that his views may be so much sorry sort of his views may be very much considered just only because there's a lot of benefit, or there's a lot that he might do or can do to improve your life. But instead of voluntarily doing it, he uses that power that he has got to his benefit by just suggesting things that are rubbish, but knows that you will have to follow through. And only to follow through for you to feed him more and make him more, comfortable in whatever he stage. And some are aware of it, some are not. Most of the time people are using this regard and never really know that this is the idea behind it. But as I said, this is what some of the unfriendly traps that comes in. It may be somebody close, somebody you might know. It may be not. It may be somebody distance away. But it is always in a persuasive and deceptive way, coming to you in a humble way that you wouldn't even have the strength in you to sort of put off, or let's say turn away, or say no, I don't want to know, or I just keep, by rejecting or somehow looking elsewhere. That normally can be the case. We have people who go out there sending the gospel, or let's say maybe Islam message, or let's say Buddhist message. They don't come to anybody rushing their way through. Why would they do that? They have to come there in a peaceful and a calm approach. Yes, believe it or not, it's the same people who sit in the offices and make decisions. They may be very influential in a sense of very educative and has got a place in life. But as they tend to pursue the religious side of things, they have to take off another form. More or less, they are more chameleonized nature. They change their form and have to approach you in a very nice manner, in a very humble manner. Any means possible to get your attention and your persuasion to believe that they are good. Yet when they take their decisions outside of that moment of which religion is concerned or culture is concerned, where convincing you it's okay. But you wouldn't even know that a same person or that link to such a person is part of the major problems that you face in life. That is what I say the friendly trap. These are the friendly traps that you watch out for. That very person that bites you from behind that you may not be aware of, and yet comes and stand before you and smile with a face looking so nice and beautiful that you hardly can resist. That is the friendly trap. I mean, what else would you expect to be a friendly trap? That is what I'm unveiling to you. It might have spiritual basis, it might have physical basis. The thing is, these are things that really happen in our lives. So please, watch out for these things. I've heard the shoutings of a lot of teachings that comes along to say that, I'll sort of lost a bit from the picture and come back to it. There are a lot of issues which we see in our lives which suggest a lot of things. That suggests a lot of things in our life. And those things that get suggested somehow, makes us get convinced that this very thing is good. Maybe it depends something happened in your life, and whatever happened in your life was the reason. Maybe not. But at the end of the day, in relations to religion or culture, religion has got these books, the Quran, and that's the Islamic side of religion. And the Holy Bible, or let's say the Possibility Thinkers Bible, which is the Holy Bible, or the what they call it, the Revised Standard Version of what do you call it, Christianity. I mean, today's current translation of what those of this group of the Bible believes, And if you have these books and you read through, there are statements that suggest that your faith is telling you to do that. And whatever your faith tells you to do, why not do it? It's coming from the King, the authority. It's coming from the authoritative divine God. It's coming from your master, your inspirer, your admirer, and all that. And with fear and trembling, you have to sort of follow through. But that is not the case. I mean, how many people do follow the books or follow the Bible or follow the Quran? Yet they make claim of whatever it is, and I don't get it. Who forces you to eat what you don't want to eat? Who forces you, or who should force you to sort of, or who has been forcing you to put food in your mouth? Food that you don't really want. But why in this case you eat up something that you really do not want? Every actions or every fiber of your being proves that you don't want it. And yet you choose to hold by it. You choose by taking lives by it. You choose, to sort of argue on those bases to prove whatever it is that you will probably want to prove. But I want to prove to you that it is not so. The experience that I said inspired me, coming from Baptist Church, the Calvary Chapel Baptist Church in Victoria Street. That is where I went through my experience. It's a Christian foundation church, accepted from, I think it generates from America, maybe elsewhere, but it's a Baptist church. The group were there, they fellowship all the time. I joined them. I became a member to listen, not going there to make baptism, because I struggled with that a lot. I don't just join groups or become part of something that I don't. The only baptism that I find myself trapped in was the Lighthouse Chapel, which is also founded in Ghana, one of the new charismatic churches that comes up. I have my issues there too. And I remember there was an old church, a family church that my father and mother was in tune into, that I also became a part of, and which